in, by the way, just in. Naomi Raine and Chandler have announced that they're no longer part of Maverick City. Bachita Day. Yeah, Bachita Day.
Batulabieko.
Yeah.
What's up with Maverick City, guys? What's up with Maverick City, guys?
You see, you see, music industry no jidaba nadale air gospel. When you start it and it gets to your head that you're a star, that you've done it, that you've rocked it, that you're the real deal, and that illusion happens with almost every creative person. You understand that? They reach a particular time and they feel like, I think I've outgrown this. I think I can do this on my own. You understand that? I think I'm better than everybody else. In most cases, that's why duos and groups hardly last a long while. When you to start a group and a duo, you need to be categorically very clear
that your values
from the beginning, that you do not ride and depend on one individual to actually move the group. I watched again. The moment you do, then you're headed for destruction. Groups that have managed to actually be sustain themselves for a longer time, they are groups that it's not one person that actually does something. There's always an interswitch, an interchange, and constantly you keep recruiting.
And there is always a balance. There is always speciality. Because whenever you have a group, one of the reasons why groups probably break down is because you find a group where one person is multi-talented.
Yes.
One person can almost do what most of you are doing.
Yes.
And you cannot do what the other person does.
Yeah.
Kati okweguya ne kuba kutono nnyo. Group is sustainingibwa mu kweguya. Whenever you are not relying on one another to bring out the best, chances are you're not gonna last. Imagine being in a space where everything that you do, everything that I do, you can do, but not everything that you do, I can do. That means I'm at your mercy. Most groups that are successful today, they rely on one another. They complement one another. No gamba Masanyu wataba, there is a missing link.
Yeah.
Daya wataba, there is a missing link. It is visible. Nebuli wobera mu situation inga, your presence is equals to your absence.
No one feels a pinch when you're away.
Definitely. That's why most of the groups are not successful. No mululuguno. And people have different visions, by the way. At back of people's mind, they form groups. But most of the group members have different aspirations, have different visions. You're thinking long term. They're not thinking long term. Just like you're dating, you think you're dating for marriage, and the other person on the back of their mind, they're dating for fun. It's sawa yona abakolachi. Abakulekao. That is the hard, bitter truth.
Exactly.
About different
so
groups.
today we have them, and I'm looking at all their posts, and I feel like they are. I think it's pride that eventually actually brought these people to in that particular space. Because honestly speaking, omanyika samutandike ebintu ne muyingiza secularism mu kintu kya Katonda. Kiri bound okucyankalanya. Masanyu, obuweereza buno obulaba. Obuweereza modo yabwo, the model of ministry, the model of service is sacrificial. The model of ministry is meekness. The model of ministry is gentleness and humbleness. But most times we actually prove to each other that we are indeed Lucifer's cousins, because there is a way pride comes and takes over. You understand that? But ideally by design, as in look at the author and the designer of ministry, Jesus Christ our Lord. Masanyu, do you know what it takes to be, I want to give you an example, to be a semakokiro, yeah, and then you have everything you want. Let me get to General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Probably that would be an example that will resonate very fast, because semakokiro is still a baby now. To be a General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, and you are the army commander, you're the general, you are heir, you have everything that pertains to goodness. And then your father says, I want you to go and live in Karamoja. Not as Muhoozi, but as a Karamojong. Watch the chingamba. Nadamu nazalibwa buto. No, wachagede. No damu naye ngomanyi byolese mabega. Ngomanyi byo badoyina byonna. So that's the whole point. Like, you have to be first and foremost humble enough to accept that call. And most times ministers, musicians, you don't want to be humble. As in, there is a place where your pastor is going to say no, and you have to listen to that. There is a place where your leader is terrible, and you have to stay there until God moves you from that place. But most times, okubaya kayimba kambubiri noberanga gwe kwa leader n'otandika kujja late n'otwegayiriza gwakuba enanga ku church rehearsals zitandika nga toliiwo bamala kubera amasimu nga togakwala n'ogagamba sorry mbadde sigawulira ningo badde ogalaba n'ogagamba sina transport. You understand that? No, transport. Now, this is what is happening when I actually get to see Maverick City. It has just been a mess, and it was just a matter of time that I actually let go. Don't be caught up in such kind of nonsense if you're actually a minister in your church right now.
We help jumpstart your day like this. Wake up call.